Hello, everyone, and welcome to another segment of On the Go with Natasha Paris. And of course, I'm super duper excited to be before you today because I have some great stuff to share. What am I sharing? Speech etiquette. Yes, speech etiquette. This is something that you can use in your daily life, in your business life, your professional life, just taking your life to the next level. And one of the things that is so vital is being able to express yourself in a way that people will hear you. People will hear you. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what does that mean? Speech etiquette. It means things that you do and don't do that really support people hearing you. I said that in the beginning. What does that look like when someone hears you? That means that they're actively listening to you because they can understand you. And so there are things that people do that they shouldn't do, and it's just because they haven't been taught. And so as an etiquette therapist, I tell people all the time, presentation is everything. Oh my gosh, it's everything. And we'll talk about that on another show. But today, what I wanted to talk about is more so than just presentation is being able to articulate yourself in a way that makes people say, what is she saying? Or, what is he saying? Because we live in a very busy society. People are on their phone often. And if you are not saying something that they can understand, they quickly turn you off in their head. And we don't want that. We don't want that. So this is perfect for interviewing. This is perfect for just meeting someone or networking. So I have 4 points. I always say I have 4 points, right? Yes, absolutely. I always say 4 points. So the first point is that when you are speaking, make sure that you are articulating, or I should say pronunciating your words. What does that mean, Natasha Paris? That means that you're not mumbling your words. So for example, let's go all the way back when we were in grade school, specifically pre-K, kindergarten, but usually pre-K. And they're saying, they're going through, syllables. Do you remember that? I remember that. And they often started with your name. They often said, what is your name? Natasha. And they would say, can you tell me how many syllables are in your name? What that does is, when you're remembering that, what that does is it allows you to do what? It allows you to slow down your words, and we'll talk about it in the next piece as it relates to the second point. But it allows you to be heard, and it allows you to pronounce your words. So with that said, they would say, what's your name? And I would say, my name is Natasha. How many syllables is that, Natasha? It's 3. Natasha. Natasha Paris, which is 1. Last name, Saint Amand. Saint Amand. 3 syllables. So I have 3 in my first name, 1 in my middle name, and 3 in my last name. And so when you are able to do that with your words, when you are actually saying your words, because I've heard so many people, and they'll say, well, I have an accent, I have a Southern drawl, and I'm not knocking that. But when people can't understand you, they turn you off. So when you're saying your name, what is your name? Natasha. What? What is your name? Natasha. I'm going to say, excuse me, can you repeat your name again? Natasha. It sounds like I'm saying Marsha. It sounds like I'm saying something completely different than my name. And if people have to ask you 3 times, what is your name? More often than not, they're not going to ask you 3 times. They're going to ask you the second time. After that, they're done. They might just ask one more time, and they, the first time. And if you say it the same way, they're like, oh, let me get back to my phone. And they start ignoring you and surfing through social media. So you don't want that. So when you're speaking, you want to pronounce your syllables. You want to pronounce the words. I do it all the time. Even me saying, I do it all the time. Not robotically, but you have to practice being able to articulate and pronounce and enunciate your words. Yes, enunciate your words. So that's my first point, okay? The second point is slow down. Remember that song, Slow Down? I'm a New York, New York hip hop. Slow down. Slow down when you're speaking. I know I'm a fast talker, but if you're talking very fast, you sound like you're trying to get over. Like a salesman trying to sell you a sour lemon car. So they want to talk fast so it skips over your head that the price is really not so good of a price because the car itself is falling apart once you drive it off the lot. So yes, absolutely, slow down your speaking so people can understand you. So in addition to enunciating your words, you want to be able to slow down. There are people that I speak to and they talk really, really, really fast, and they go, and people just turn them off in their head. Don't be one of those people. So slow down your speech. And the best way to slow it down is, of course, enunciating, but taking a deep breath in and out in between each sentence. And what would that look like? Well, instead of saying, I'm going to the store and I'm coming back tomorrow, or I'm going to the store and I'm coming back tomorrow and I won't be back until the following day, you could say, I'm going to the store and I'll be back tomorrow. See how I slowed down in between each sentence? My sentence is not a run-on sentence. Do you remember those run-on sentences when you were in grade school? You don't want a run-on sentence in your speech. That's my second point. My third point is that you want to, there are lots of people, and you have to know how to code switching, and that's another thing that I'm going to consistently talk about is what you say to your homeboys and your homegirls, girls around the way, your friends, your homies, all of that good stuff is not what you're going to say to someone that you're networking and being professional with. You're not going to use the words like, and shit. Yeah, I curse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that mother, yeah. And she, no. You want to be able to switch. What you say to your friends is not what you're going to say to your homies. I should say, what you say to your homie friends is not what you're going to say to your networking individuals or people that you're looking to rise up with, business. And what I mean by that is that it's so vital. It is extremely vital for you to know what to say and what not to say. And what that means is that you want to be able to, and some people may say, I don't have a lot of vocabulary, right? I don't have a whole lot of vocabulary in my words, in my mind to use. And so I'll say to them is study one word a day. Pick a word in the dictionary that you want to study. If you've never used the word discussion, start using it. If you've never used the word convenience, I'm using some very simple terms. If you've never used the word, what's another word I'm thinking of? There's so many words. Leniency, procrastination, strategy. If you've never used these words, start picking a word in the dictionary and start using it for that whole day. Just pick a word in the dictionary and use it for the whole day. And what that does is it adds more words to your database in your head. Just like children, when they're learning to speak, you'll notice that they go from learning and knowing 30 words to like 1,000 words in less than 6 months to a year because they're listening and they're using those words. That's why I tell people don't curse in front of your kids because they'll use that word and they'll use it towards you and you're like, I want to smack you, but it's the truth, right? So that's adding to their database. The fourth point, and my last point is when you are speaking, there's so many tips that I can give you, but I want to focus on the four, just foundational. When you are speaking, speak in front of learn to speak in the mirror. Like stand in front of your mirror and start speaking. Whether you're practicing a speech, whether you are practicing how to introduce yourself to someone, you want to practice. Don't wait to have a networking event to practice, which you can, but I would highly recommend that you do it in front of a mirror or do it in front of a camera. Record yourself and play it back and look at what are the things, see, I just said that, what are the things that you need to work on? So practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So what are my 4 points as it relates to speech etiquette? Right? You want to begin to enunciate your words, which means that syllables. What is your name? Natasha. Enunciate your words. Don't mumble through them, because if you mumble through your words, guess what happens? People turn you off. People turn you off. The second point is, if it's not just enunciating, but it's slowing down. Don't rush through. Do not rush your speech, because people do business with people they trust and they really admire. And if you're rushing through something, people think that you're trying to con them in some way, some fashion, right? Another piece is, the third point that I've said is identify a word, expand your vocabulary, code switch. Don't use the same vernacular that you would use with your homies, your friends, with people that you're networking with, people that you're looking to step to the next level with. Because it's all about stepping to the next level. Some people say, I'm going to stay there. I said, well, do you, boo. Do you, boo. If you want to stay there, that's fine. But people that I'm talking to the people that want to level up. They want to level up. Those are the people that I'm talking to. So if for some reason you're saying, well, I don't have enough words in my database, my brain, then I'm going to practice. I'm going to learn a word a day. And I'm going to practice it for that whole day. I'm adding to my database. Fourth point, as I said, I'm summarizing, is practice, practice, practice. Practice speech. Practice being in front of a mirror. Practice talking. Being in front of a mirror and having a conversation as it relates to what you would say. Hello, introductions. What are you into? Well, this is what I do. What do you do? Like, have that conversation in front of the mirror or record yourself on your phone. Those are the keys to having great speech. I mean, there are many, many other points that I can use, and I will share at our next Speech Etiquette 102 or 202 or part 2, however you want to put it. But that's the fundamentals. Speak clearly, and of course, I can't help but to make mention of this. Have confidence. Have confidence that you are the diamond that they've been looking for a while, and now they have come across that diamond. And so with that said, confidence takes it to the next level. That's another topic, another conversation, but I wanted to share that with you. So with that said, subscribe, and comment below, and share, because you know what? You never know who you might bless by just having them listen to this video, just sharing some information, because oftentimes people don't know what they do until it's pointed out. People don't know what they do until it's pointed out, because, it's the way they've been taught. And I don't knock them. I just polish them. I just polish them like a wonderful crystal that, like a nice rock that becomes a diamond. Yes, that becomes a diamond. So with that said, I'm always super duper excited to be before you. And so, with all of that said, I say, I'm so excited, but I bless you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and definitely share with others who you believe can benefit from it. Have a good one. God bless you. Bye.